Hi everyone. This is just a short video to show. I know every time I say that, the video ends up being like half an hour long, but I think this time it really will be a fairly short video because I just wanted to show off PLAYCMF, which is kind of a forgotten program from the Sound Blaster days. So my very first PC had an original Sound Blaster in it, and those of you who remember the really old Sound Blasters might remember the software that came with them. There were four programs that came with the Sound Blaster. One was, let's see, in order of memorability, probably the first most memorable one was Dr. Spadeso by Creative Labs. Please enter your name now. So yeah, Dr. Spadeso, which was basically like an Eliza type psychiatrist program who, you typed things into it and then it responded back to you. It's basically Eliza with text to speech functions. Then there was Talking Parrot. Hello there, I'm a talking parrot. Welcome to the show. And then there was the FM organ, which was pretty cool, but which I guess I never was very good at. And then I think there was that audio file player. It's kind of like an early version of not media player, but sound recorder, like Windows Sound Recorder. It's kind of like an early version of that, and I think it came with 2 sound files, and that was it. But a lesser known program and kind of forgotten program was PLAYCMF, which basically just played. It was a program to just play CMF files, which I believe stood for Creative Music Format. Creative here meaning, Creative Labs, the company that developed the original Sound Blaster. And my Sound Blaster, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember right, it came with only 4 CMF files. But I did find on the web a place where you can get a ton of CMF files. And you can see there are several of them here. I've got a bunch of them in this folder here. And you can kind of get an idea. For most of these, you can kind of get an idea from the name of what music this is. Sometimes it's really not clear. I mean, okay, Chinese.cmf, that could be anything. Chinese anything. On the other hand, something like Chilled This right below it, that's probably What Child Is This, the Christmas song. So I mean, there's quite a mixed bag here. Some of the music here is really good. Some of it is pretty bad. And it's certainly not my intention to play all of it here. But what I did want to focus on was this one almost at the end there. See, there's one called STARFM.CMF. That was one of the files that my Sound Blaster came with. And it's basically just, I guess it's just a demo file meant to demonstrate, the capabilities of the music capabilities of the Sound Blaster card. But to me, it always sounded like an amped up version of the Space Quest theme. The reason I'm featuring it here in this video is because I have always felt, ever since I heard this piece of music nearly 30 years ago, I've always felt that it somehow derived from or was inspired by the theme music to Space Quest. Interestingly enough, at the other side of this list, near the beginning here, yeah, right on the first page there, see there's Airwolf.cmf. That is indeed supposed to be the theme music for the TV series Airwolf about, that helicopter. If you're as old as I am, you probably remember watching Airwolf as a kid, or your parents watching Airwolf as a kid. And I was not a huge fan of Airwolf. I mean, I was aware of the program because it was on TV when I was a kid, but I guess it wasn't the kind of thing that I was into. But I remember one day I was just humming the Space Quest theme to myself. The da 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 da. I was just kind of humming that to myself, and my mother said, "That's the Airwolf theme." Now, I don't think it's exactly the Airwolf theme. I think if you listen to the Airwolf theme, it's different, but there is a similarity. Just since I'm here, let me just quickly play the Airwolf theme, just so, in case you've never heard it before, which may actually be the case for several of you. I mean, several of you are probably not old enough to remember Airwolf or remember what the theme music sounded like on it. So let's go ahead and do PLAYCMF Airwolf.cmf. Oh, there's a TSR, a Terminate and Stay Resident program called SBFM.BRV.com that you're supposed to load. There we go. Now it's installed. Okay, let's try that again. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I don't think it's that long, but I'll skip out of that because that's not really what I wanted to play. But if you know the theme music to Space Quest, and I think most of you probably do, then you might listen to that and admit, yeah, there's kind of a similarity. I mean, I can kind of hear a similarity there. There's definitely a sort of a chord progression there, which is reminiscent of the which, you know, kind of goes into the latter part of the cadence that is the Space Quest theme. But anyway, but what I really wanted to play is STARFM. Now, this is awesome. In fact, I think I had a dream about something like this several months ago. I remember I had a dream, and in the dream I heard music which was kind of like this. It wasn't exactly this music, but I think it sort of stemmed from this. I think the reason I had the dream was because in my head, this music kind of got changed around a bit and ended up being the music in my dream. It was really like just like an amped up version of the Space Quest theme. So, I've amplified the desktop audio here in DOSBox to be a little louder than it normally would be on my videos so that you can hear the music clearly. So I'll go ahead and shut up. I will fold up my microphone on my headset so that ambient sounds from my mouth don't bother you folks too much. And let me just play this through from beginning to end because this thing is awesome. If you've never heard it before, this is just it's the kind of thing that blew me away when I was a kid. So here we go. Is that not just awesome? I don't know. Some of you folks who are perhaps less musically inclined might not think that it's that great. Maybe you're not, or maybe some of you folks who are musically inclined might not think it's great. Maybe just think, well, come on, it's just, it just sounds like video game music or something. I don't know, different tastes for different people, right? But yeah, it really, really just blew my mind. When I was a kid, I would just play this over and over. And I was always sad when it ended because it's just, to me, it's just so wonderful. It really sounds like, I mean, it does sound like video game music, but it sounds like the best video game music that I've ever heard in my life. And again, it really does sound like the Space Quest theme, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, the melody is different, but it's not that different. It sounds like there's some inspiration going on there, because, you know, the Space Quest theme is da 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 da. And this is more like dun 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 dun. It definitely sounds like a very similar melody to me. So I don't know if this is meant to be inspired by Space Quest, but and the name obviously sounds like it's from some kind of science fiction thing. I don't know. Is this from Star Trek or Star Wars or something like that? I don't think so. I mean, the Star Trek theme is different, and so is the Star Wars theme. In fact, they have the Star Wars theme here as well. Okay, that's. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but even I have to say that's a slightly underwhelming rendition of the Star Wars theme. I mean, even the Airwolf theme, the Airwolf theme that we just heard, it's more like it's not exactly the Airwolf theme. It's more like an interpretation or a reimagining of the Airwolf theme, if you will. But I think it sounds good. I mean, I think it sounds really good, but it's definitely not the original Airwolf theme. It's Airwolf as interpreted by somebody running an FM synthesizer. But that STARFM, man, it's so good. It sounds so good. And I think that Space Quest fans will recognize some of the Space Quest music in it. I really think they do, as I did. That's all that I really want to share here. I think that's it. I think I'm done here. If I had time here, I might want to show off some other stuff, but I don't want this to go on for too long. Al Bundy. Yeah, Al Bundy. That is actually the Married with Children theme song. Again, rather badly rendered, but, you know, for FM synthesis, it's okay. Alley Cat. That wouldn't happen to be... I really don't think it is, but I'm just curious. Is that actually the... Okay, I have no idea what this is. It sounds kind of... It sounds all right, but that's not... Yeah, I thought maybe it might be the theme music for Alley Cat, the game. You know, that old IBM PC booter game, that 4-color CG IBM PC booter game from the 1980s, which I have a video of on my channel from many years ago. I thought maybe, did they actually turn that into a CMF file? But no, they didn't. That's something completely different. I don't recognize what that was, but anyway. Sounded all right, actually. Sounded kind of cool, but that's not what I was thinking it might have been. So anyway, all right. So yeah, so this was just a little exhibition of music that sounds kind of like Space Quest music, but maybe isn't, or maybe is meant to be inspired by Space Quest. I don't know. Put your comments, put your thoughts about it in the comments below. Does it sound like the Space Quest music to you? What am I just imagining that? Am I just forming associations that aren't really there, or am I onto something? What do you think? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. More videos of a more regular variety, I think, will probably be showing up soon. So I'll go ahead and sign off for now, and I will say cheerio.